In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make a split letter, half pattern and half solid. Um, Now, I'm going to tell you that this adding this pattern really is just for visual, because once you have this split, you can attach all the left side in Design Space and attach all the right side, and then you can cut the left side out of either pattern HTV or pattern adhesive vinyl, and then the right side out of a solid color. So adding this pattern really is just for a visual. So let's show you how I did that. Let's go to text and type in mama. And I'm going to change that to impact. That's on most Windows computers as a default font. And then I'm going to minimize the space between the letters, and I'll make that larger so it's easier to see. Okay, now the first thing I want to do is go to Path, Object, Path, and Ungroup. Okay, Object, Ungroup, or Shift Control G, or I just use this icon here. All right, so once that's done, deselect everything by clicking on a blank area of your canvas, or you can use this deselect tool here. And then I'm going to go down to the Bezier pen and click on that. Now I'm going to separate this, let me zoom in a little bit, right here. Oops, let me hit delete. I accidentally clicked. So I'm going to go above here, but I want to try to keep this angle. So I'm going to go about right here, and then I'm going to line this up and click about right here. Now, if I double click this, it's going to finalize that line. If I just click once, my pen is still in use, but I can hit enter to finalize that. Okay, and then I'm going to go to my selection arrow, hold shift, select the letter, and go to path division. And what that does is it divides it. Now, as you can see, I didn't get that angle just right. So what I can do in this case is go to my node editor, select these nodes, and hit delete. Now, I have these handles. Let me zoom out here. And at the end of the handle, if you hover over that, there's a red circle. Hold Control and click that, and it will bring it back to its node. And then you can just line these back up. Like so. And then go on to your next letter with the Bezier pen again. I'm going to go from this corner to this corner. So I will click here, and I'll go. Now, as you can see, if I can get this all in one screen here. Accidentally hit click again. That's pretty good. And I still have my pen in action here. So let's hit enter and go to the select tool, hold shift and select on the letter. So both the line and the letter are selected, and go to path division. Okay, deselect by clicking on the blank area, and that one is separated. Control C to put that back. Now I have these two letters. There's no point in doing both of these. So I'm going to go ahead and delete those. And then I'll select both of these and Control D to copy and move those there. So I'll just cheat. Okay, so now I have each letter separated. What I can do is go to File, Import, and I have a leopard pattern. And I'm going to select, by clicking on the left side of one letter, hold shift, click on the left side of each of the other letters. Now, what I'm going to do is go to Control D to copy that, and somehow it got all deselected. I must have clicked off it somehow. So, okay, now I just wanted to make sure I only had one copy. So now I can enlarge my pattern so that it covers the entire surface here. Okay, and then what I can do is I can left click and drag a box around all of that. No, that's not true. First, I want to select all the letters. I'm sorry. And I want to group those. And then I left click and select everything. And then I can go to, is my pattern selected? No, it's not. There we go. Now it is. Sorry about that. Okay, and then I can go to Object, Clip, Set. And then move this over here, and as you can see, I now have a leopard pattern in solid print. Now, like I said, this is just a visual. Let me show you why. I'll go ahead and delete that, and then I'm going to select this. I want to make sure that I only have one copy here. Yeah, I do. Okay, I'm going to select all of this, right click, duplicate, and I'm going to take this into a different window. And the reason being is I will show you. Red. Why did that happen? I know why it happened, but there's no need in copy. Paste. If this doesn't work this time, there we go. All right. Now, I want to downsize this. I don't want to save anything much larger than 3 inches, really. So if I change this to inches, you can see that it's 3.5 inches, which is fine, as long as it's not, I usually don't go over half of the canvas here on the width. Okay, so now I'm going to go to File, Save As. I'll save it as Mama Text. And I'm going to save that as a plain SVG. And then I'm going to come over here to Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to upload upload an image. I'm going to browse. I got a lot of stuff running on my computer right now, so that's why it's taking a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to go to my desktop, and I'm going to look for Mama Text. And I'm going to open that. It's going to give me an error for text element. That's all right. Just click continue. And if something is missing here, that's because you didn't convert it to a path by applying path object to path. But it's all here, so I'm going to go ahead and upload as a cut image. I'm going to select it and insert it to my canvas. And the reason that I save so small is because look how big it is when it comes in. So what I can do is just make sure this little lock is locked, and change this width to 6. All right, and let's zoom back into 100% here. Okay. And another thing I wanted to show you guys right quick is if you want to change this grid in between these two zeros here, if you just click there, it gets rid of the quarter, quarter, half, 3/4 squares. If you click it again, it is a blank canvas. So just so you know that. All right, so now I have this here. All right, so what I want to do is I want to select all the left side, which is going to be, let's deselect it, which is going to be this M, and I'm going to hold Shift, and this part of the A, this part of the M, this part of the A, this part of the M. So I think I have duplicates here. It should only have 4, and I have way more than 4. And I'm going to attach those, or I'm actually going to weld them. That will make them 1. All right, so now if I select my weld result and I move that, I can see that I have the right letters selected. So then I can just go ahead and left click, drag over these, and I can weld those as well. Now, as you know, welding is permanent. Can't undo it. I could have attached these because it was available, but for some reason these were not, so I had to go ahead and weld them. Now I can change this to any color that I want, and I can cut it out of, let's just turn it red. I can cut it out of any vinyl or HTV that I want. So, having the leopard pattern that I had in Inkscape, as I said, is only a visual. So that's how you do it, guys. Have fun with it. Another thing too is you can separate this as many times as you want. You could have it separated here, you could have it separated here, you could have it separated here, and have it, alternating, like from a printed pattern solid, printed pattern solid. You could do it crossways. You can do so many things with it. But yeah, that's how you do it. So have fun, and thanks for watching.